fifth hour was a celebration of Black history. This show is slightly different. We're going to celebrate women's world history. So there's going to be some international characters up here that you may or may not heard about. Before we begin the performances, we're going to ask those of you that are new here. President Barack Obama is here. And close it. Nope, can't help him. Can't help him. Can't help him. 12:40, we're past. They gotta go, Tom. They gotta go. Okay. So would you please welcome Barack Obama to the stage? Give him a hand. Welcome to Clintondale. Now, we have a wonderful performance. It's about women's history. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready for spring break. So, welcome them onto the stage. We have a great show. Okay, our first performance is going to be Paige Brown as Joan of Arc. It's entitled A Warrior or a Witch.
I was captured a few days after the battle by Englishmen. There was a ransom set out for me, but my family was too poor, and the king did nothing, even though I helped him become king. I'm being tried for being a witch. It's not my fault that I didn't fight well. They just couldn't. The Englishmen were scared of a girl. Well, now that girl's burning. I was 17 years old when I got the message from God to go fight for my country. I didn't know it would end like this. The interrogation lasted many months, but they could not find anything on me for witchcraft. Did I mention that I was also charged for wearing men's clothing? So, I was held in prison. You would think that I would be guarded by women for obvious reasons. Well, you thought wrong. After many attempted attacks, you could say, when I was in my dress, I put the men's clothes back on to protect myself. Then I was sent in front of the church. I was declared that I have relapsed into my old ways and that I was to be burned. Well, here I am now. A cross in my hand and my eyes on the church. The king did nothing! I helped him become king, and he did nothing! He would not be king without me. God, forgive them! Forgive them, for they do not know what they do. They are blinded by rage and the want to win. Please, pray for me.
Take your hand for that. Was that amazing or what? Next, we'd like to invite Annika Cristiani as Rosie. This title, A Force of Female Strength That Saved America. Welcome Anna to Christianity. She's also channeling her grandmother.
That you can do it, or I can do it, or all of us can do it, that we can do it!
because you can do anything. You can do it, I can do it. Wait!
Great job, Annika. That was outstanding. We're now going to go back to England, where Kira Horton, a sophomore second-year drama student, is going to portray Elizabeth I, and this piece is titled, "The Last of the Tudors Didn't Need No Man."
I hope you know, I don't know how this works, so my apologies if I cough in the middle, I have something. So, I was born to a Protestant king and a Catholic queen on September 7th, 1533. I am mostly known throughout England for my rumored virginity, mostly because I never married. To England, I was its queen, its friend, its enemy, and its lover. Many suitors left my kingdom empty-handed. Some call me mad, delirious, incompetent. I remember my favorite one was when a Spanish ambassador, very close to me, deemed me a queen possessed by 1,000 devils. I laughed then, and I still laugh now, for they are ignorant of the fact that I know to men I was a weak and feeble woman. But to me, I have the heart and the stomach of a king. Tell me, young women of today, what good is a man to tell you how to rule your life? What good is a man who only fans himself off of your hard labor? A beast is what they're good for. If I cannot have a husband who honors me as a woman, why would I want him to honor me as a queen? Besides, I've done a lot by myself, without actually having to be married. I established the first Protestant church adorned to the English. I have two of the greatest ministers on my council, William Cecil and his Lord Berkeley. I know the strengths and weaknesses of my people, and yet you mock me because of my marriage status? My kind ladies and sirs, yes, I admit the past cannot be cured. Who says I want it to be? I am Elizabeth, the last of the Tudors, but hopefully not the last known in your lectures.
How about Kira, huh? Give her a hand. Good job, Kira. Okay, coming back to the United States, about 100 years ago, human beings were able to fly airplanes. I know it doesn't seem like a big deal, but oftentimes people are sitting in a chair going 450 miles in the air, going that way, nobody makes a big deal about it. But flight's pretty incredible. So Shelby Pipkowski is going to come out as Amelia Earhart, one of the first famous female aviators, and this piece is titled, "Do You Know Who I Am?"
I'm that woman in that picture right there. So you should know me. But if you don't, I'll tell you about me. As you may have known about me, I'm the first woman to fly solo, by myself, across the Atlantic Ocean. To me, that is a very big accomplishment. I'm going to tell you about that flying experience I had. cross down the push-ups. The day I had to do that, I was super nervous. My stomach was queasy, my hands were shaking. I was thinking, I can't do it, I can't do it, I can't do it. I give up. Then I thought to myself, if I give up, I'm ready, this is now the 1930s. I proved the stereotype does, that women, we can't do crap. So I did it. But it didn't have it wasn't a smooth ride the whole entire time. I had troubles immediately. I had to deal with thick thunderclouds and ice on my wing. And that was hard to deal with, like really hard. But, what's up, girl? I did it. Close when I got to London, since that was where I had to land, I kinda lost track of the plane and crashed. But I survived. When I arrived at the airfield in London, I thought again that they're not gonna welcome me. I'm a woman. They're not. No. But I was dead wrong. They welcomed me with open arms. So I guess my hard work really did pay off. That I was able to be the first woman to fly solo and not off the plane.
Okay, we have a repeat performance for Fifth Hour, one that we really liked, and we thought both groups should see this. So, this is Nikki Giovanni performing her famous poem, Ego Tripping.
You might know Maya Angelou, but do you know who I am? I am a famous, renowned poet, writer, and activist. Oprah Winfrey named me as her top 25 life legacies. And I am so honored to have the Women Power Legacy Award. I fought to empower women, Black women. So this poem, Ego Tripping, is for y'all. I was born in the Congos. I walked to the Fertile Crescent and built the Sphinx. I designed a pyramid so tough that a star that only glows every 100 years falls into the center, giving divine, perfect light. I am bad. I found the throne, connected with Allah. I got hot and sent an ice stage to Europe to cool my thirst. My oldest daughter is Nefertiti. The tears from my birth pain created a style. I am a beautiful woman. I gazed at the Sahara Desert and burnt out the forest with a packet of goat meat and a change of clothes. I crossed in 2 hours. I am a gazelle, so swift. You can't catch me. For a birthday present when he was 3, I gave my son Hannibal an elephant. He gave me one for Mother's Day. My strength goes ever on. My son Noah built new art, and I'm just proud to be on the helm as we sailed off on a soft summer day. I turned myself into myself, and I was Jesus. Man and called my loving name, singing all praises, because I am the one who was saved. I stole mountains in my backyard. My vows delivered the rain. The stars of my fingernails are to my precious jewels. On a trip north, I caught a cold and blue. My nose giving oil to the Arab world. I mean, I'm so hip. Even my errors are correct. I said west to reach east, and I get to round off the earth as I went. I am so perfect, so surreal, so ethereal. I cannot be complicated, and except by my own permission. I can fly like a bird in the sky.
guys like that poem? Okay. We are now going to welcome back in one of the final performances today, Stephanie Broom as Rosa Parks and Jazz Yancey as Madam C.J. Walker, a famous civil rights activist and a women's hair care entrepreneur, are reaching across time and magically having a conversation here on the stage. Okay, so let's welcome Stephanie and Jazz as they perform this amazing tribute. John, can we have access to this microphone?
Hi, Rose. My name is Sarah Breedlove. Do you have a nickname or something? You can call me Madam CJ. Okay. Hey, Madam. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. What brings you in? I just came in for, a little conversation and help you out here. Of course. So, what can I do for you? I just came in for a little conversation and figured my hair. Well, tell me about yourself.
Well, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are familiar with my birth situation, but no one really knows that I was forced to move from Montgomery, and shortly after I was arrested for boycotting, and then my husband had to quit his job for. Are you okay? My husband had to quit his job, so we had to end up moving. It was really rough for us. We moved to Detroit, and I found a job working for John. He's a congressman. And we had a lot of fun there. I've been in the church for 48 years, and I wouldn't change it for anyone.
Wow, that's nice.
I know. But enough about it. Thank you very much.
Well, I was born and raised in Delta, Louisiana, in December 23rd, 1867. My mother and father passed away from an unknown cause, so I became an orphan when I was 7. So from there, I moved with my brother and sister in Vicksburg, Mississippi. And while there, I worked in the fields picking cotton, and I also was a household maid. But I figured I had to escape. So at the age of 14, I married Moses McWilliams. And I had a daughter. I must say, it was the best thing that possibly could ever happen. But 2 years later, Moses passed. So I took me and my daughter, and we moved to St. Louis. There, I worked as a barber in my brother's barbershop. So that way I could make $1.50 to afford to send my daughter to public school and for myself to attend public night school. So later on in that year, I met Christopher J. Walker. That's where CJ and Madam CJ comes from. So he was an advertising person. So he helped me broadcast everything that I ever made and created all over the world.
stuff like hair oils, jams, gels, grease, you name it. It all came from me. Even the pressing foam. And it's gone so far to where they've invented a flat iron to help straighten girls' hair everywhere. I was just tired of using the harsh products and chemicals that white girls today use. And it made my hair fall out. So therefore, I feel that every African American woman needed their own personal hair treatment. So I feel like what if I could do it and make it with household remedies and store-bought items, that it'll eventually, over time, become the biggest hit ever. And was I right or was I right? It's funny how everybody knows my story, but no one really knows your story. And you made a great impact on history. Well, I guess we made our mark on this time in American history. I guess so.
Who here has seen the movie Selma? Give me a clap in the audience if you've seen the movie Selma. Well, we have several young people who have agreed pretty much on short notice that they were going to try to do honor by this song, which, if you guys didn't know, won the Academy Award for Best Original Song in any movie in 2015. And so these young folks have decided they're going to sing it for you. So let's give them a hand and let's enjoy a great song performed by some great dragons.
We're good? Okay, mine is on.
Hello? Hello?
One day, when the glory comes, it'll be ours, it'll be ours. Oh, one day, when the war is won, we will be sure, we will be sure. Oh,
Hands to the heavens, no man, no weapon formed against. Yes, the glory is destined. Every day, women and men become legends. Sins that go against our skins become blessings. The movement is a rhythm to us. Feels like we're living to us. Justice is a position to us. This is for all. It's not enough. One son died, spirit is just visiting us. Good living, living is us. Resisting is us. That's why Moses sat on the bus. That's why we walk from Ferguson with our hands up. When it go down, we want to man up. They say stay down, and stand up. Shot to me on the ground. Now the camera panned up. King pointing to the mountain top, and we ran up.
one day, when the glory comes, it'll be ours, it'll be ours. Oh, one day, when the war is won, we will be sure, we will be sure. Oh, glory. Another war is not over. Victory
proud. They march with the torch, we go on with it now. Never look back, 'cause we done gone hundreds of miles. From the dark roads, heroes, become a hero. Facing the League of Justice, his power was the people. Enemies sleep through. King Rico saw the face of Jim Crow under a raw ego. The biggest weapon is to stay peaceful. We sing, our music is the cuts that we bleed through. Somewhere in a dream we had an epiphany. Now we right our wrongs in history. No one can win the war individually. It takes the wisdom of the elders, a young people energy. Welcome to the story we call victory. The coming of the Lord, my eyes have seen the glory.
One day, when the glory comes, it'll be ours, it'll be ours. Oh, one day, and the war is won, we will be sure, we will be sure. Oh, glory.
All right, I'd just first like to begin by thanking Mr. Laughlin. We had planned to do this program last month in honor of Black History Month, and we ran out of time with all the snow days and everything else was going on. And I said, you know what, it's American history and we can do it anytime. So you just let me know when you're ready. And he decided we would do it at this time. And so I'd just like to say, Mr. Laughlin, if you could just come out and take a bow. And did an awesome job bringing the program together, which is drama students and also inviting students just throughout the building. I'd also like to give thanks to all the students and all the time. I know that you guys had to put in more time than just classroom. You guys memorized dialogues and poems and raps and songs and everything. And so I just like to say thank you to you all, and you all should take a bow as well. I'd also like to say a special thank you to no, I need you guys to stand up. Ronnie and Jeremy and Joe, Taylor and Jaya, thank you. They have and Joseph. They had maybe about a week and a half to put this together. They didn't have any music. I asked them, I said, you know what, this would be a nice closing to this, and if you guys could pull it off, I'd really appreciate it. So they put in their time after school and during lunch and before school and probably on weekends. So I'd just like to say thank you to you all, and thank you to the audience. You guys were awesome, you were great, and at this time, so I'd like to give you guys a round of applause as well. Thank you to your teachers for bringing you down and allowing you to come and participate in the show. And this time I need you guys to return to your 6 hours.